Weather Lab. Here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, water everywhere. More tropical showers and storms across the region once again today. Still ongoing activity, but things will quiet down later on tonight. And I do think we're going to see rain chances lower just a bit for tomorrow, perhaps Thursday as well, while we watch a tropical disturbance head for the Gulf of Mexico. But the bulk of the effects of that system should stay south of us, out in the Gulf and heading toward Texas. Meanwhile, as we take a look at Power Doppler HD, here's a 6-hour loop, and notice right at the end of the loop, some nice little downpours moving into portions of Lafayette Parish, through Iberia Parish as well, and then down through St. Mary as well. Not much in the way of rumbles of thunder, although we did see some cloud-to-ground strikes about an hour ago across coastal portions of Iberia Parish. A relatively quiet scenario right now. In fact, let's just go ahead and zoom in into Lafayette Parish, and we'll see the activity pretty much moving across much of Lafayette right now into the northern part of Lafayette. St. Martinville, you're going to see some locally heavy downpours coming up shortly, and then we have more rainfall as we go toward the new Iberia area as well. Again, you see some of that heavier activity over toward the new Iberia area. Lydia seeing a pretty heavy downpour, so activity will continue at least for another hour or two and then gradually taper to lighter rains, and that's what we're starting to see across portions of St. Mary, but lower St. Martin seeing moderate rainfall in around the Stevensville area, and then activity back to the west. Nice little heavy downpour right around the Franklin area. So we open it on up. We're still stuck in that tropical moisture conduit across the western Gulf of Mexico, but we think this is going to break up a little bit thanks to a little bit of a bubble ridge of high pressure associated at the surface, but an upper level low here that's keeping the showers and storms going across the northwestern Caribbean. I think there's a very weak broad area of low pressure right here by the tip of the Yucatan. That's going to be heading mainly toward the central and then the western Gulf of Mexico. The National Hurricane Center just coming out with their updated evening advisory, maintaining a 70% chance of development by Thursday night. Hurricane hunters may go out there tomorrow. Think we might see a depression out here as early as tomorrow night, and perhaps a weak tropical or moderate tropical storm that could be heading for the mid or lower Texas coast as we head into Friday. More on that in just a bit. Meanwhile, we have Hurricane Helene here out in the far eastern Atlantic, 105-mile-an-hour winds, but it stays an Atlantic system. Isaac, tropical storm, dubious future with that, and then obviously we have Hurricane Florence. But Isaac, this is going to be the one that we'll keep an eye on just in case. Meanwhile, Florence looking quite potent, and there's that tropical disturbance that we see here. Again, an upper level low pretty much guiding everything, but we'll be watching for maybe a surface circulation developing tomorrow, if not Thursday. Meanwhile, Florence looking quite organized, still a major hurricane, winds up to 140 miles an hour late this afternoon, moving off generally to the west-northwest at 17, but as it gets closer to the coast, it's going to slow down, eventually weaken a little bit, but it could be near Category 5 strength tomorrow through tomorrow night, and then it slows down, producing not only big storm surges and a wind event along the Carolina coast, but then it looks like rain is going to be the story thereafter. Meanwhile, Isaac, look at this. The center of circulation does not look right. Well, yeah, it's the center of circulation is pretty much exposed due to upper level shear, so all the heavy convection is on the eastern and northeastern flank of this system. Hurricane Center is still not sure about what's going to happen with the future of Isaac, but it stays a tropical storm. Tropical storm warnings for the eastern portions of the easternmost Caribbean, and a hurricane watch there. And tropical storm watches farther to the north. After that, well, because it's going to be a marginal system, some of the models insist on a turn to the north. Other models keep it going towards Central America, and we'll keep an eye on it just in case they would get into the northwestern Caribbean. Not expected at this point, but something we'll watch down the road. So here's the European model. You got Florence there, our disturbance here in the Gulf of Mexico. You can see a little bit of a low pressure system developing by Thursday, and there is Florence right on the North Carolina coast, just sitting there. Meanwhile, could be tropical storm Joyce here moving into southern portions of Texas. The heavier rains maybe stay just southwest of Houston. Few tropical rain bands moving into southern Louisiana, but nothing of any remarkableness. And then again, there could be this meandering Florence and the remnants of that system for days beyond the weekend into early next week. So rainfall is going to be a big issue after the initial storm and surge event. Meanwhile, our tropical tropical system produces 5, maybe 6, 7 inches of rain down toward Texas. We don't see much here locally. And then you have Florence that this is the first time the model's really starting to show anything in white is better than 20 inches of rain. You get into magenta, that's 30 inches of rain. And right here, that's 40 inches of rain through a week from today. So some big heavy rainfalls, and this could be displaced inland towards South Carolina, but you can see a lot of folks under the gun with this one across the Carolinas. For us, it stays relatively quiet through tomorrow morning. Lunchtime, I think we get in, and then the scattered activity tomorrow afternoon, then it quiets down tomorrow evening, and we do it all over again Thursday. Thursday, maybe some more tropical rain bands associated with that broad circulation in the Gulf of Mexico for Thursday afternoon. So lurking showers along the coast and across just about everywhere near term, but it quiets down later on tonight, 73 the low. Tomorrow, 40% on your rain chances for tomorrow, and as we head through Thursday, rain chances closer to 40 to 50%, but that's an improvement over 70 to 80% like today. And then as we get into the weekend, rain chances dropping down to 20 to 30% by the end of the weekend, and that's where they're going to stay for a while. I don't see any big rainmakers, but unfortunately no cool fronts, but also fortunately no major tropical systems for right now. And if you can say that anytime in September,
for sure.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Rob. Still